Good evening, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us. Tonight, a renewed call for body cameras for DPS troopers after the Maricopa County attorney recently declined to file charges against the trooper who shot and killed Deon Johnson during a DUI arrest back in May. There were no witnesses to the shooting because troopers do not have body cameras, something that County Attorney Alistair Adele says needs to change. Well, today, Governor Doug Ducey announcing plans are underway to outfit state troopers with 150 body-worn cameras.
But that's about 1/10 of what the governor called for during his State of the State address before COVID-19 shut down the legislature. Here's Team 12's Josh Sanders.
Hey there, Arizona lawmakers agree that body cameras are a good thing for both public safety and transparency, but this new plan leaves a lot of questions unanswered.
It was top of our agenda to have body cameras for all officers in the Department of Public Safety.
That was Governor Doug Ducey referring to his $5 million proposal to outfit DPS troopers with more than 1,200 body-worn cameras, $3 million for the cameras alone and $2 million for storing data. But the pandemic short-stopped his budget, and now the governor announcing a new plan to provide DPS troopers with 150 body cameras that the state says will be donated with no cost. But neither the state nor DPS could provide 12 News with specifics. DPS stating more information regarding vendors, conditions, and a timeline will be made available as contracts are finalized. And as of Wednesday, DPS says they don't have the cameras just yet and haven't provided their plan for keeping or sharing video. State leaders across party lines agree this is a step in the right direction, but it's not enough.
150 cameras for DPS is a good start. However, I think it's time that DPS has a larger deployment.
This isn't just going to go away because we got 150 cameras donated. I don't think it solves the problem.
Criminal justice expert Dr. Michael White says research shows body-worn cameras lowers complaints and use of force involving officers. And with cases like Breonna Taylor and Deon Johnson, people want transparency.
We are at the point now where the community, where citizens expect that there's going to be footage of an incident that happens. And when that footage is not there, there are serious questions about why that is.
In Phoenix, Josh Sanders, 12 News.